Hey guys, welcome back to what should be the last part of the main game of Beyond Two Souls. I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. Do the epilogue. I also did watch the Beyond choice, so if I'd chosen to go to the Beyond instead of returning to Land of the Living. Sorry.
Ever since the Black Sun was destroyed, my memory has been disintegrating. I spent too much time on the other side. Now it's eating away at my mind, erasing what's left of it. My memories are all confused, slowly self-destructing, fading like a dream when you wake up. I'm losing my sense of time. I no longer know what happened before or after. Everything's playing inside my head at the same time. It's like watching the same film looping over and over again. A chaos of images with no order. So I've been writing night and day for weeks, trying to put my life down on paper. If I forget everything, these pages will be my memory.
3 months after the fact, the investigation continues in an effort to determine the cause of the accident that cost 283 lives on a Pentagon military base. Government representatives confirm that the authorities are working hand in hand with the investigators to shed light on this appalling tragedy.
The CIA is leaving me alone for the moment. I suppose they're too busy building another condenser to worry about me. I know they'll never abandon their experiments, now that they know it's on the other side. Honestly, I don't give a damn. Now I need to reconstruct my life. My life without Ida. For as long as I can remember, I dreamt of living without him. Untied, without his constant presence by my side. I got what I wanted. I've never been so unhappy in my life. I feel like part of me has been amputated. Crying all day. I know it's stupid. Shit. I miss him so much. Took notes. Notes of nothing passing by. And I woke up. I knew it was time. Time to start again. To build a new life.
Okay, so I've been saying that the 4 options were Ryan, Jay, Zoe, and then I thought the other one was called Future. It is not called Future. Zoe and Future are kind of what I thought was Future, are mixed together. They are one and the same. Spoiler alert, if you choose the Beyond ending, sorry, Jody becomes basically like Aiden, where she can, you know, make screens flicker, or she can like shuffle papers, stuff like that. She checks in on Ryan and Cole, and then it flips to Zoe, and Zoe is like, I can just sit here for hours and there's just all these images in my head, and there's a voice there, and I listen to the voice, and the voice I'm assuming is Jody. She's telling me that, you know, I need to be prepared, that things are coming, but I can't tell others, but I need to get ready for it, and like, I know that something's coming, I can sense the darkness, and yeah, so I'm going to, I don't know the best way to get back to the choices, but I'm gonna go what I would choose last to what I would choose first. So Jay will be the last option, okay? Well, like the last option we get to. We're gonna do Alone first.
So obvious. Deep inside, I always knew.
And she does she'll say the same monologue every time.
I just needed the silence around me.
It's so obvious, I should have known.
This feeling. I told Ryan I couldn't see my future.
I already told Ryan I couldn't see a future with him. He already knows this. This would be his third rejection.
Times together. Times I want to forget. He said he understood. That he'd wait as long as it takes.
Don't.
I know I felt something for him.
No, resentment.
It wasn't strong enough.
It was very strong. I strongly resented him.
How could I live a normal life again after all I've been through? Hell, who wants to live a normal life anyway? Boyfriend, job, counting the days till my next vacation. I wanted it for so long, but I finally realized that life wasn't for me. So I took to the road. I've seen many rifts to the other side. Hundreds of them all over the country.
Oh. She just walks right past.
Rooms where strange things happen. Motel rooms that no one ever wants to sleep in again. Entities are all around us. They live in our houses. Sleep in our beds. They're with us every second of every day. I know they're lurking in the shadows.
So she still seems to have a sense of the other world. Are you ready? I am still here! Yeah!
I see things at night.
So that was the one ending. I don't know how to skip through this. I don't know how to get back. Yeah. So that was the one ending. I'll figure out how to get back to the other one. I muted it. If you choose the Beyond ending, and again it goes to Zoe. Zoe also has a vision, and it's instead of Jodie, like Jodie was there looking out over the city with the huge condenser, or rift or whatever. Instead of Jodie standing there, it's Zoe. See, like, there's a picture of it right there. Like, if you choose the Zoe ending, we'll see that. How do I skip this? Hold on. How do I skip it? It's not letting me skip it! The music is epic, though. It's not letting me skip. So, like, I've just reached the end of the credits here, but I was like, Googling, like, how do I skip the credits? I can't. And I don't remember having to sit through the credits 4 times, because I have watched all the endings myself, like, the first time I played it through. But I have to sit through the credits every time. Every time. So, okay then. I was in the 12% that chose to stay alone. I don't know how there's 5 paths. I think the other path is that I went to the Beyond. Okay. I think I have to sit through all of this chapter again, though.
I was born with a strange gift.
Maybe?
The ability to see what no human being has ever seen.
Did I click the wrong thing? I thought I hit prologue.
In my head.
I did hit prologue. I need the epilogue. There we go. It's like, why are we changing the scene? Okay. So, I don't want to sit through all of this again. I think I have to. Which sucks. So, we're gonna mute it again. I'm gonna talk while the cutscene plays.
Ever since the Black Sun.
Yet again. So, the prologue from the very beginning of the game is right before the epilogue at the very end of the game. And it, like, here in this cutscene, you know, right there, my memories are all confused, slowly self-destructing. I'm trying to remember my past. That's why it's all out of order, and why we're jumping around the timeline so much, is that she's remembering different pieces as we go. I will see if I can show you the remixed order in the game. Or I might just need to show you. We're gonna switch over while this plays. I'm gonna switch over to the wiki. I used the wiki just to see chapters in order to, like, plan out and just know how long each chapter is going to take. But this is the original order. The prologue, Broken Experiment Embassy, yada yada yada. Again, we'll be playing Advanced Experiments in the next video. When they made a PS4 and a PC port, they remixed it. They're mostly, like it says here, it's mostly in a linear fashion. However, it leaves certain chapters together so they make more sense. So, like, Broken and the Experiment are at the beginning to introduce Jodie and her powers. Where Night Session is right at the end to help you kind of understand Nathan Dawkins, like, why he kind of went all cuckoo. once you play through the game, at least it used to be that once you played through the game, you unlocked chronological order to where you could go back and you could play through the game again in chronological order, where you weren't jumping all over the place. So it looks like Advanced Experiments is like almost exactly in the middle. So before the embassy, but after Welcome to the CIA. So it's going to be something in the CIA. When I originally played the game myself, I was really annoyed that the game wasn't in chronological order. I felt I was very confused to be jumping all over the place. It didn't make sense to me at the time. I got used to it after playing through it and then realizing that she was just trying to reconstruct her memories. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes more sense as to why we were jumping all around all over the place. So, I feel like I didn't realize how many games, like, hold a special place in my heart. I feel like I say that with almost every game, you know, the Batman Arkham games. Those were the games that really got me into playing a game other than The Sims. So, like, they hold a special place in my heart. But then Beyond Two Souls was the first game that I ever watched somebody play on YouTube. And I don't really remember much of watching it either. I just remember that I did watch it. Okay, we're catching back up here. Rise of the Tomb Raider was the first game I played outside of the Batman games that, you know, branched me out. And, like, it's just, I feel like I keep coming across all these games, like, this game holds a special place in my heart, and this game holds a special place in my heart. Okay, so we've caught back up all the way through the cutscene. We're gonna go Ryan. I don't want to, but just so I can show you the ending, we'll go to Ryan.
So obvious.
It was not obvious. We rejected him twice.
I always knew.
I told him I didn't love him. I don't want to have a future with
Just
him.
needed the silence around me.
I would actually kind of prefer that, like, if you were constantly, like, turning him down, that Ryan was not an option at the end. Because to me, that just doesn't make sense for her to, like, for you to play as the player and constantly,
I've been alone and sad for so long. I forgot.
these are just her civilian clothes. That's just his civilian clothes. They wear the same outfit when they're out and about. I really like her hair at that length, though. I like the layers. Ugh. Ugh. He lives in a cute little, it almost looks like a bungalow. Cute little house.
We traveled as far away as we could. I had to learn to love again. To put my trust in someone, to stop fighting and running away.
Oh, I like the green Converse.
I had to learn to live. Ryan and I never talked about it again. As if it all never happened. As if the other side didn't exist. As if it could never come back into our lives.
I should have done this one first. This one's worse than the Alone ending. have sworn at some point he talked about being divorced. Maybe not, though. Ryan's going to be very disappointed. All I need is Aiden. I don't need nobody else. And now we get to sit through the credits again. This is a very... Can I actually? Oh, yes, I can. Okay, we're gonna skip the credits. I'm gonna head back to the main menu. We'll have to watch through... Oh, here, will it show me? No. Okay. We're gonna go back to the epilogue. At least skip through the credits. Let that play through again. I could go on, and again, just reiterate how much I don't like Ryan, how much I think it's an unhealthy relationship, but I've gone over it enough, so I won't, I'll stop beating the dead horse. I will say, if you just have, like, time on your hands, it's really cool to watch how they made this game. Because they did, I think, do you call it motion capture? Where they put, like, the little, like, black dots all over your face? I think they were actually, like, little, like, ball things instead of just, like, the dots. I think they were actually, like, little ball things. Or maybe I was just on their clothes. I have all this mucus that's making it difficult to breathe. To watch them create the game is really fun because, like, all the things that they mess with is all cardboard. So, like, when she's writing here, she's just holding a cardboard strip. Whenever they eat something, that's why they never actually eat anything, because it's just like a piece of cardboard with another piece of cardboard on it. Pizza, they're just eating cardboard triangles. And even though in the dinner chapter, I didn't let Ryan and Jody get to the point of making out and stuff like, and, sleeping together, there is, like, a really funny scene of the actors, again, I don't know if you'd still refer to them as Ellen Page, because they were going by Ellen at the time. Elliot Page. Either way, when they were trying to record the makeout scene, and I can't remember what the actor that plays Ryan, what his name is, they're trying to, like, roll around on a bed, but because they have, like, they're wearing, like, the really weird suits, like, little gray ball things all over the suits, it, like, makes it really difficult, and they just keep, like, breaking into laughter, and, like, they can't keep themselves serious, and, like, it is really fun to watch. Towards the beginning, I think it's, like, Hunted, I think is what the chapter's called, when she's, like, running away from the cops on the train. And, like, she's, like, being thrown back and forth. She's on, like, a cart with wheels. And they're just, like, rocking the cart with wheels to try and emulate her, like, what it should look like for her to be running on, like, a moving train. Or when she's on the helicopter and, like, it starts losing control after she finds out she's been used. Like, again, they're on, like, a a wheeled cart, and they're just rocking it to make it look like, she's on an unstable aircraft. It is really cool. And I believe that's how they made all of the Quantic Dream games. Now, of course, as the technology has come further and further along, it's smoother, it's, it looks better. I think this game still looks really good for its age. I think it looks a lot better than Heavy Rain did, but I know that from what I've seen of Detroit Become Human, because I have not played Detroit, that like Detroit looks even better and it's even smoother, and because sometimes they make facial expressions that look just kind of odd or very plastic or very fake. Like, I doubt that Cole would have his like lip pulled back like that like all the time. Like, it's just, there are things that you're like, okay, it's not really how a person would move, or that's not how their faces would just naturally look, or something like that. But okay, we're coming back to this. We're going to choose Zoe.
So obvious.
We're going to go back to Stan and them.
Deep inside, I always knew. I just needed the silence around me to hear what I was feeling. I told Ryan I couldn't see my future with him. We've been through too many difficult times together. Times I want to forget. He said he understood. That he'd wait as long as it takes. I know I felt something for him. It just wasn't strong enough. They took me in when I was alone.
How'd you know where they live?
When all I could think of was dying. They shared the little they had without knowing me, judging me. Deep down, I knew that my place was there, with them. Stan does odd jobs here and there. Jimmy's gone back to school. He's cleaning. Tuesday works behind a bar. Walter looks after little Zoe. They're not lonely and money, but they manage. I never told them about my past, and they never asked. They love me for who I am. Just some weird chick who talks to spirits. Zoe took to me like we'd always known each other. There's something about her big, sad eyes that reminds me of the little girl I was once. I knew she was different from the moment I saw her. We haven't talked about it. We both know we have something in common. I see things at night. Terrifying things.
I don't know that Aiden comes back to her in this ending.
It's only nightmares, but I know it's not true. The only one who can save the world is a little girl. I have to prepare her.
But why? Like, what is it about Zoe?
I don't have much time. Once Pandora's box is open, it can never be closed again. No. It's not nightmares.
Oh, I wasn't fast. Oh, I was fast enough. Okay. Yeah. I don't know exactly what it is about Zoe that makes her different. Because she was not born a twin, so she isn't like Jodie and Aiden in that aspect. But they don't elaborate on what it is that makes Zoe special. Oh, I just realized my mic. Why is my mic turned all the way up? I'm sorry. I've probably been so loud. Why is it like that? Hold on. I'm gonna get quieter. I just now noticed that. I'm like, why am I getting so loud? That'd be why. I'm so sorry. Okay. Time for Jay. I'm so excited. Gotta get through that cutscene again, though. Okay. Final thoughts. For the most part, I love this game. I think it is a really cool concept. I think it's something that I would have been very interested. I don't know that necessarily I would want a game based off of, you know, her vision of the future, like what's to come, because I don't enjoy the action-oriented chapters. I do not feel that the game was meant for the mission fighting soldier agent, whatever. I don't feel like the game was made or meant for those kinds of chapters. Aiden does not maneuver well in tight spaces. The fixed camera makes all of the camera work really possibly nauseating or upsetting, you know, whatever. And I don't feel like that is the best use of the game's controls, and it just makes the controls feel very wonky, and they are no longer as smooth as they are in some of the other chapters. You know, it's annoying when, like, I'd have to, like, leave a room and come back into it just to be able to access a certain camera angle to get to an object, or, like, getting stuck on door frames, stuff like that. Understandably, it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, like, it can't totally be helped. The only times I really got frustrated was when, like, the camera would get super shaky because, you know, they're trying to show that, like, oh my gosh, you know, everything's collapsing around us. And in those, like, especially, and again, I know that the mission didn't actually make it into my playthrough. The file is still saying it's corrupt. I tried to mess with it yesterday. It's still saying it's corrupted, and I don't care enough for the chapter to replay it or even really figure out what happened, because I don't like the chapter. You know, Moose. He's been curled up tight in a little ball for the last, like, hour. He's been playing really rough. Well, not rough, but he's been playing a lot with my foster pups. So he tuckers them out, they tucker him out. But, like, that's the only time I really had problems with the controls was, again, the very high action chapters. Like, even to a point a little bit with, you know, like, Navajo and Hunted, but it wasn't the entire chapter. Like, there were times of, like, rest and anyways, I'm trying to think of what else do I want to say. I do have Detroit Become Human. I do intend on playing it eventually. I don't really know when just yet, but I do want to play that. Okay, we're catching back up here. So, yeah, I don't know. I really like this game. I think, again, it was a really cool concept. I think, like, a graphic novel, or, like, maybe, like, a small, like, animated short or something of, like, maybe not a short necessarily, but, like, just a small, like, little animated video of that vision she keeps seeing, what Zoe really has to do with anything, because this game ends with a lot, like, leaving still, like, quite a few questions. I'm not, hold on. Clicked back on the game. There we go. Jay! Woo, 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 woo!
Deep inside, I always
Best
knew.
option.
I just needed the silence around me.
Yeah, but I guess Aiden doesn't come back if we choose to go to Zoe. Yeah, we get it. Ryan doesn't have a future with us. I'm not interested in him. I'm going back to my hot Navajo guy.
Really difficult times together. Times I want to forget.
Thing is, I just got a text saying my
Understood. It
my
looked
puppies
way
are
as long as
awake.
it takes.
'Cause they're in
I knew
the
I felt something for him.
they're 2 floors down. My mom sits between.
Just wasn't strong enough.
I'm back. You take care of my horse for me? Look, I have a hair. Last time you saw me, my hair was as long as yours. Oh yeah, lean against that bike. Look at him. Look at them run to each other. Ah. Ah. And then Corey just kind of standing awkwardly off to the side. Ah. Look at that reunion though. Ah, he has shorts on. Okay, I know it doesn't show it, but he is wearing his boxers. Okay. I know it doesn't show them in that angle. So just before anybody freaks out that, oh my god, he's naked. I did! That is the best ending. Oh, we still have this vision though. Okay.
I see things at night.
I think I cut it off with Ryan, but we've seen this. I'm okay to skip it. That's that. That is it for the main game of Beyond Two Souls. Again, in the next part, we will go and play the Advanced Experiments DLC. What are design packs? Like, these are bonuses that I got. I think. Isn't that a character in Detroit? I think these are all things I could have unlocked if I'd found, like, the blue sparkly stuff that, like, told me, oh, bonus unlocked. But we'll do, yeah, Advanced Experiments in the next chapter, or next video. But I'm going to end this video here, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I need to get better about, like, be more consistent about rating my games, like, so I'm going to rate them. I'm going to rate this game. No, I don't know what I want to rate it. Maybe like a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. Mostly for nostalgia. And I think it's a really cool concept. I think the game itself is really cool. It is, again, a little outdated, which I'm not, for the most part, I'm really not holding that against it. But it was just enough. It was just annoying enough, you know, the controls would get a little wonky. Not nearly as bad as Heavy Rain. The controls in this game are so much better than Heavy Rain. But the controls were still a little wonky at times. And like Aiden is a little disorienting. I still don't get why Aiden can go through doors and like certain walls, but then he can't go through other walls or door frames and like gets caught and like yeah. I was gonna say something else. What was I gonna say? Oh my goodness, what was I gonna say? Controls, Aiden. The game is just not built for those action-packed chapters. And I think it is very obvious. I think it really shows. The quick time events. The quick time events I find very difficult to manage. Because like if she was trying to defend herself, she was supposed to move into the hit. If she was trying to get away from something, she was supposed to move away from the hit. But sometimes it wasn't always obvious which way I was supposed to move. Like I thought that she was going to like hit back and then I'd move into it and then she'd get hit. The quick time events were not as obvious as I think the developers thought they were. I really struggled with those quick time events, and I am surprised that I didn't actually end up. I didn't kill anybody in this one. I don't even remember the names of the people like unalived in the last game accidentally. Kathy? I don't know. The one agent guy. But everybody survived that I wanted to survive. Well, yeah, I didn't really want Ryan to survive, but you know. For the most part, everybody made it through. So, I think I'm gonna stick with. Well, I really don't know. 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I will. I'll decide. You'll know when I do my year in review tier list at the end of the year. But yeah, I think that is everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I have my Twitter and my Sims channel both linked down in the description below. If you'd like to check either of those things out, I would really appreciate. I gotta breathe in and then my words catch in my throat because of all that phlegm. What was I saying? Stuff's down in the description. Check it out if you want to. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.